I'm Anne from Game Like a Mother. I specialize in games that can be played in 20 minutes or less. And on some of these segments, I'm going to be talking about games for adults. Sometimes I'm going to be talking about games for kids. Today, I want to talk about what I consider the most popular modern board game for kids, and that is Sleeping Queens. Sleeping Queens was published in 2005, and it is a game in which your goal is to be the first to collect a certain number of queens or to get up to a certain point value of queens. You collect queens by placing down king cards, and those let you pick queens, but you can't collect there are different point values for the queens and different types of queens, and there's fun things like you can't have both the queen of cats and the queen of dogs. They don't get along. Kids love bits like that. But then once you have queens, you can play a knight card. Someone can play a knight card on you and try to take one of your queens away, unless you stop them with a dragon card. People can play a sleeping potion on one of your queens and try to put them back to sleep out in the center of the board, unless you stop them with a magic wand. There are some simple math problems you get to do in this game. You're given these number cards that really do you no good. So you make math problems out of them to clear out your hand and get to draw new cards, and hopefully you get the action cards that help you out. And this game, everyone loves. Boys love it. Girls love it. It says ages 8 and up on the box, and usually I go by the age on the box, but it seems like kids as young as 5 are able to play this game with very little issue. But it has good staying power. Kids that are as old as 9 and 10 still really like and enjoy playing this game. So siblings do well playing this game together. As an adult, I'm happy to sit down and play this with them. It's fun. There's interesting things going on. So it ticks all the boxes, very popular. So you have a game like this and you say to yourself, well, where do I go from here? My kid has been playing this game so much. Good news, they came out with this sequel this past year, Sleeping Queens 2, The Rescue. Just took 17 years for it to happen. It was one of the good things to come out of the pandemic. The family that made the original got together and they came up with Sleeping Queens 2. It is very good. It is very good. It has switched the goal from, instead of the queens being rescued, in this one, the queens are rescuing the kings. And you get to use your number cards to make math problems, which allow you to collect a companion. And if the companion and the queen match, then you're able to collect a king. And they still have the different specialty cards like Sleeping Willow, Switch Witch, Wild Gnomes. There are night cards that give you special powers and they can rotate around the board depending on what you roll with the die. This is a bit more of a table sprawl than the original one, which is just a deck of cards. But my kids prefer Sleeping Queens 2, The Rescue. However, they played Sleeping Queens a bunch. So I would say, just because Sleeping Queens 2, The Rescue is very good, you do not skip over Sleeping Queens and go straight to this. Sleeping Queens is still where you would start. And then after you've played it for a year or two and your child's ready to move on to something else or is ready to play it but with some new ideas and concepts, Sleeping Queens 2, The Rescue is the way to go because it is nice to have them grow into different things. I really believe in having games that really hit where the child is for each age, where the games that they played at 5, maybe we still are playing here and there, but they have new ones they're excited about getting out when they get a year older or the next year, because that just really makes them excited when they get to come and play games that are new and fun to them, but still have some familiar concepts. That's where the sequels in particular are really helpful, and this one is fantastic, so I heartily recommend. You can follow on my website and my YouTube channel if you're interested in more content like this. Thank you so much for having me on today, and back to the folks in the studio.